Anahankarah. Anahankarah means absence of egoism. Ahankar, ahamkar, is the I maker. That which you put an I, you put a my in front of. That's the ego. So the ego is that thought where you go, child, my child. Business, my business. And that my before anything is what causes all the tension and anxiety. You remove the my, you remove the I, beautiful. In fact, that I and my causes all the stress in life. Ego devastates. Why? When you go and watch a movie, sometimes it's a tragedy. Romeo and Juliet, you come out of the movie and you say, beautiful movie. Why are you able to enjoy a tragedy? You see, there's a award-winning TV series called Succession. All the family drama. You watch it and you say, excellent series. Why are you able to enjoy it? People are suffering there. Why are you able to appreciate it? What's the reason?
Because it's not yours.
Because it's not yours. Because you are detached. Because it's not yours. And all you've done is you just taken the I and my out of the situation and you say, this is beautiful. Now, suppose you could do it in your family drama. In your tragedy. We've all gone through losses. We've all gone through griefs. Suppose you just take the I out of it. Say, what a beautiful experience. What a wonderful drama. It's amazing what in-laws can do. Amazing. I have my own Mahabharata going on right here. I don't need television. You take the my out, so much of entertainment. There was this series that when we were growing up, I remember because we used to schedule it. And this was during high school. And it was called Ally McBeal. Old series about a young female lawyer. And she was always getting up to trouble. And one of her colleagues asked her, Ally, why do you think your problems are bigger than everybody else's? To which she replied very philosophically, because they're mine. And that's it. That I exaggerates the problem, exaggerates the issues, gives too much importance where there shouldn't be importance. But secondly, the other thing, as soon as you say I, it's I versus you. So the rest of the world becomes your competitor. It's you versus me. When you say we, there's no distinction. But when it's I versus you, you're always looking at the other person as, do you want something from me? What do you want from me? There's that suspicion. There is that antagonism with the world. Where is the focus? Edward Carpenter, he puts it so clearly. He says, if you want to be happy, drop the ego. Look after your personality, but don't give it exaggerated importance. Remember right value. He says, there is no happiness unless you have clean dropped thinking of yourself. But you must not do it by halves. While even there is the least grain of self left, it will spoil it all. In our relationships, do your part. But what we end up doing, as we're doing the relationship, you say, but my spouse is not doing their part. I'm not getting a good deal. And as soon as you do that, that spoils the relationship. Because then what are you doing? You're keeping score. Remember what I did? No, I did this last week. But remember what you did the previous week? Is this a competition? What are you keeping score for? You do your part, you'll see the reciprocation. But can I give a reminder again that I came in? When that I came in, it spoils it. There's going to be an opportunity after this lecture for questions. So make a note of your questions, see if anything is not practical, and clarify. So we had a lot of questions yesterday on forgiveness, on acceptance. What does it mean to accept? So we clarified that. That was a very important theme. Acceptance doesn't mean being passive. So similarly, if you have any questions, we're going to take it up after the lecture. There are 3 expressions of ego. Let us see which ones we have. The first is, I am supreme. When you feel superior to others, this is one expression of ego. I am better. But this shows a lack of knowledge, a lack of wisdom, because you don't understand the totality. It's like being in the orchestra and claiming as the violin, I am the best. You're the conductor. You say, I lead the orchestra. I am the drums. I make the loudest noise. Each one has a part to play. You know the piccolo? So fine in the background, but you can hear it. So wisdom is understanding each one has a part to play. There's no I am supreme. Then maybe we slip into I alone exist. Everything is about me. And we've got to be careful of this, because we don't realize it, that we are perhaps neglecting someone or not giving them the due credit, taking them for granted. I alone exist. And it's not that we mean to be selfish or we mean to be negligent. We just get self-absorbed. We get caught up in our dramas and traumas that we don't even see sometimes the partner. We don't see the children, what they're going through. You'd be surprised. Sometimes you miss it. The signs are there, but we don't see the signs. Sometimes your partner even tells you, look, I'm battling. But we don't register it, we don't pick it up, because we're caught up in I alone exist. There is a saying by Albert Einstein. He says, 100 times every day, I remind myself that my inner and outer life depend on the labors of other men, living and dead, and that I must exert myself in order to give in the same measure as I have received and am still receiving. Any of our achievements, how many people have contributed to that? If you think about your journey, how many people have been a part of that journey? We've got so many direct well-wishers. Are we aware of it? So even the last one, I am the doer, is what Albert Einstein is covering. How many people have contributed to where you are today? So if we understand through knowledge the number of contributions behind any achievement, how this entire world is a cosmos, not a chaos, how each one has a role to play, none more or less important, you become humble. No ego. And when there is no ego, you play your part in the orchestra. Life is a flow. Now it's headwind. So difficult, so much resistance.